Hey yo, what is up everybody? It is King Hitman here and we're gonna go over the 120% lead EZAs. We're gonna go over which one is the hardest hitting, which one has some of the best defense. We're just going down basically a list of the units. Of course, we're done with the 120s now that we've got Angel Tech SSJ3 Goku. I have been expecting since like February, March, they were going to wrap it up sometime around Tanabata, and then we were going to get into category leads again because we already have UI, of course, like into UI, but the actual category EZA meta, I did expect it to begin sometime around August for the download celebration, or should I say, really September, if anything, but we'll see, we'll see. So Super 17, the very first unit on the list. By the way, the notes, 15 additional, 11 crit. I would have to assume he's fully built up. There's no other way you should do it. Thank you to Rose, by the way, made the list, sent me the list. I'll link it in the comments, most likely, maybe the description. We'll see. But I know Rose will be in there, so. But yeah, 15 crit, 11 additional, all links active, 50% to attack and 40% to his defense. He's in slot 1, he's unsupported versus the 40% support format at rainbow level. His attack stats, not the craziest. That's never been his job, but his attack stat, an average of 2.7 mil basically. He's not there to do that. He's there to take no damage whatsoever once he starts building up. He is one of the like there's hella mitigation units in the game, and there's hella units that build up attack like by getting hit, which he was the first one actually. His original like unit, he was the first one to ever do that by getting hit. He definitely changed. For those that don't know, he actually changed the game. When you stack defense now, let's say you're fighting the legendary GT event and then base form Goku, you get your unit from like 120 to 140k defense in that phase. It used to reset every phase, and thanks to this guy, when he came out, he was building up his attack upon being hit, and they were like, we can't have that reset every single phase. So Akatsuki, I guess you could say patched the game, but just updated the game so that it lasts the rest of the fight, not just the rest of the phase. That was such a massive, look how much impact it's had on the rest of the game. Like any long event, Super Battle Road, the God event, it changed so much. So I guess we all got to thank most of that to this guy. Anyway, with Super 17, 2.7 million when he's unsupported, 3.8 when he is supported. See, that 3.8 is kind of like a, wow, he's doing all right. Never the craziest attack stats, but he's one of the fastest like build up units you can find. What I mean by that is, as soon as he gets hit once or twice, the difference is incredibly apparent. Like as soon as he gets his mitigation begins to run up, don't let him get a super off before his mitigation starts to build up. He will take nothing. Like this guy is incredible. This guy is incredible. I got a lot of love for him. His defense on average 117k when unsupported. I'm assuming this is without his super attack involved, and then 164k when he is supported. His APT 4.6 million. How much damage he's actually doing when you account for the fact that he's building up crit chance. He gives support to like target Goku allies for crit. He of course has 11 additional in this build. He does 6.4 million APT when he's supported by 40%. On to the next one, Super Genma, SCR Super Genma. I know a lot of you guys were really like disappointed in Genma. I still think he's a very good unit. He's very weird. Don't get me wrong. Like they kind of held back. Like it's obvious they held back. But I like Genma. I like both Genmas, even though they shouldn't be as close as they are. I guess this is most people's problem. But STR Super Genma, 20 crit, 6 additional build. All links are active. 85% attack, 40% to his defense, and then of course when he is attacking, his attack stat is 3.27 mil. Now Genma was he used to be the softest one. Like he used to have the lowest attack stats out the 120 leagues. Is what's crazy, because of course Super 17 used to build up, but Genma used to just get attack 80%, and he was guarding, and he tried. He was not there to hit hard. Like I know I just said that about Super 17, but it definitely applies like threefold to Genma. Now his attack stat when he is 40% supported, 3.9 million. That's okay for what Genma is, a 120 EZA. Defense, now mind you, this is nowhere, like this doesn't even explain Genema's defense for real, but 139k defense when unsupported, 167k when he's supported by 40%. His APT is 5.2 to 6.2, but his defense, the guard, the ability to dodge as he's like getting attacked, you guys know, y'all know what Genma brings to the table. Don't play that, man. So don't let this, I don't know, the graphic understate what Genma does on both ends. But it is what it is so far. All right, now we're down to number 8, Kid Buu. Ends Kid Buu. It sucks. It's like they fixed everything that was wrong with him, and for some reason, it just still isn't enough. Maybe it's because the game is so crazy for defense. I like Kid Buu a lot. Like, I really do. But I never find myself using him. I don't know if sometimes I don't trust his defense, or like maybe he's just not linking well enough. But he's a really good unit. I don't know what it is. I can't tell you. And Majin Buu, like the physical Buhan team, is my favorite team in the game right now. Even though I haven't used it as much lately, but it's weird. Kid Buu, he doesn't get much relevance. Nobody talks about Kid Buu. 15 crit, 6 additional, and of course he's forced to get 5 dodge. All links are active, 105% to attack, 60% to defense. He has 100% uptime on his full passive. When he has his attack stat without support, 4.67 mil versus 5.37 mil. Defense, 172k to 213k. Like, that's crazy. So I would have to, is this, I'm assuming that's after he super attacks. Man, I really just, I don't know. With Kid Buu, it's so weird, man. I just can't find myself using him. His APT, however, look at the jump. 6.2 when 40% supported. Kid Buu's at 8 million. And then 7 million when he's not 40% supported. And of course he's healing. He's giving Majin Power 1 key, and he's giving Extreme Class 1 key. Kid Buu, I don't know where to place him among the 120s in terms of relevance. It's just really weird. Super Gogeta, I got mad love for this guy right here. 15 additional 6 crit, 95% to attack, and 30% to defense off of links. He gets an average of 1.5 rainbow orbs. Attack stat of 3.68 million. Now y'all know that's not really what he's doing. But when 40% supported, about 4.19 million. Defense, now this is where Gogeta does slack. 137k versus 162k when supported. I do not trust his defense in almost every single event he's in. If he's not dodging, I shit bricks. I'm gonna be honest. I do not trust my man's defense. APT, however, 7.2 mil versus 8.4 when 40% supported. The damage he does is so crazy. And of course he's doing additionals. He's raising his defense when he supers. He has his chance to dodge. He lowers attack and defense. But when he gets hit in hard events, he gets cracked, man. So Gogeta, as much as I love him, I got issues with him. SSJ3 Tech Angel Goku, the final EZA, but not the final unit on this list, of course. 11 crit, 15 additional. Really? Oh, that makes sense because he has his type effective. I forgot he gains type effective. He is crazy. But Angel Tech SSJ3 Goku, all links are active. 62% to attack, 17% defense through links. 2.5 rainbow orb, 2.5 rainbow orbs on average, 100% uptime on super effective, of course. That is so crazy to me. Like, he's type effective like all the time. No, excuse me, he's type effective guaranteed for, I believe, the first 7 turns. Hold up, I ain't gonna lie, I gotta look it up on the side. But yeah, his attack stat when he's not supported is 4.4 mil, and then when he is supported, just under 5 mil. So 4.996 mil. Defense, crazy. 229k. I would have to assume this is post super. 229k without support, 259k with said support. His APT, however, including his insane type, like it's when I was waiting on his EZA, not once did I ever think, oh, they're gonna give him type effective. It's just weird. But yeah, for the first 7 turns, he is type effective, and he's rainbow orb. He has a high chance to rainbow orb change, and of course he gets additional, like you see the 2.5 in the upper left corner. He gets additional attack based on the rainbow orbs. 8.9 million APT and 10.1 when he is 40% supported. Final form cooler, the big bro. This one is the one a lot of people expected to be the single best 120 lead because there was so little they had to do to him to make him crazy. Like, he was already good enough, like barely. I didn't love him, but people still, like, he was one of those final units on the team and nobody seemed to complain. So he was good enough, barely. But final form cooler, 15 crit, 11 additional. Links 90% to attack, 55% to defense. His attack stats 4.2 million, and you know cooler, he's doing additionals, so but yeah, 4.2 mil and then 5 million when he is supported. You can run him. Extreme Physical has some decent type supports. Like, I mean, there's the physical boo that like heals, and of course like the super boo, the type support. There's, oh my gosh, I said that and I can't think of any more supports. Is it that? Whoa. Nah, I'm missing people. I must be tripping. I said that and I can't even think of the supports I want to talk about. But yeah, defense 213k, 252k when buffed. APT 9.3 mil. When he's supported, cooler can do 11.08 million. His actual damage is just, a lot of people like cooler right now. He's good for long events, of course, because he builds up. Cooler is an extremely, like, what they did for the 120s with him, it's great, man. I don't know, they just did very well, if I'll put it that way. SSJ3 Broly, the redheaded stepchild, the original 120 lead. He was the first one to come out. He was experiment. He was patient zero. Like, he was the experiment, man. But 20 crit, 6 additional, 100% attack, and 10% links to defense through links. 6.5 orb average. His attack stat when he supported 5.4 million. When he is supported 6.1 million, almost 6.2. Defense, jeez, 97k, and when he is supported it's 119k. It's so sad that with all of the 120 leads basically getting their flaws covered up, the best I can say about this guy is at least his defense doesn't zero out anymore. Like, it used to be you could make his defense zero. That's so crazy to me, man. But at least his defense doesn't zero out anymore, so I guess you live with that. Whatever. Oh, my bad, I misclicked. But SSJ4 Vegeta is up next, because I don't have much to say about that man, Broly. SSJ4 Vegeta, of course, 15 crit, 11 additional. I personally gave him more additional, I'm pretty sure, because I did, like, his greatly raising defense is hella important. Like, it's an enormous, obviously it's enormous, but like, it can't be understated. Giving him additional, I feel like in actual situations is the best way to go, but that's just me. All links are active, 95% attack, 30% to his defense. He's in slot 1. His attack stat is 6 million, almost flat. And then when he's 40% supported, about 6.96 million. Defense, 274k to 318k post super. That's post super. I know this guy, which means that does verify that the rest of the units on this list we're talking post super. Crazy. He's crazy. APT 10.19 million to 11.8 million. The Super Saiyan 4s, they were the most, I think Cooler was the one we expected could be the best. Like, a lot of people chose Cooler as when we walked into the 120 era as, oh, he might be the best EZA out the bunch because he's the best equipped right now. But the Super Saiyan 4s were definitely the most hype. They were the most hype, and I don't even think it was too close. But of course, me personally, actually, I wanted Kid Buu. Kid Buu came earlier than I thought he would, so Kid Buu was a hype one for me, but it kind of died quickly. And then Tech and Int Gogeta, of course, but I knew he was just gonna be a better version of STR. And then it was Tech Angel SSJ3, and he was the final one. So I've been waiting the whole year, like the past year, I've been waiting for him to EZA. They finally did it, and they did that man justice. Just in case you were wondering, I don't know if you were, but here we are. So, like I said, 11.8 mil APT. Crazy, man. It's crazy what these guys do. Now, of course, with him, you know we got to go to the other one. STR SSJ4 Goku. 20 crit, 6 additional. See, like me, like you got to get his defense right, man. But I know this is for the sake of the list, so it's not like this is actually how some people would build him, but that's just me. All links are active, 85% attack and 30% to defense. He's in slot 1. A attack stat. 6.4 million. I have to assume this is turn 1. It seems like it's turn 1. And then when he's 40% supported, 7.4 million. Defense, 225k, or I guess 1 super. And then 261k when he's 40% supported. 10.9 mil APT. Look at this man. Look at this man. Hold up. Look at this. Look at this. 12.68 million when he is 40% supported. That's probably the biggest discrepancy of support on the list, because Goku, you know, his attack is the way he's built. He's best equipped for supports. So I'd have to assume that's like the biggest jump in the list. But his super attack effects definitely change everything. Greatly raising attack for 1 turn. You know, this guy, he's getting his he's getting 150% and his 40% attack when he's performing his super, so makes sense. Finally, we have SSJ3 Gotenks. This one was people were actually down on him because they were scared they were gonna like hold back with him the way they did with the tech one during the 70% EZA era, but they didn't. They basically patched up most of it, even though it is still like his issue is still apparent, which is if you don't get 11 key, you just simply cannot see him at his best. But the notes on this guy, 100% uptime on his 11 key, which means he does have type effective calc into this situation. 100% uptime on his full passive. Of course, you guys know he gasses out. 20% additional, 6 crit. All his links are active, 87% attack, 12% defense. To be honest, I was surprised myself. And yeah, actually, am I surprised? I don't know. I'm really not, to be a buck. I'm really not. But 5.7 million attack stat to 6.4 million attack stat. Defense, 155k. He does have a medium chance to dodge if you feel like that's a bit low. To 177k when he's supported. His APT is 11.79 mil to 13.267 mil. Gotenks, man, he's on so many teams. He's so powerful. He's a good SBR unit. He's dodging. He's doing a lot. It's just he can get touched. Like if Gotenks gets hit by a super attack, you're usually in trouble. Just to be honest, you usually are. But man, I don't really have too many complaints with him. It's just the idea of getting his 11 key consistently is very unrealistic. I will say that. So I guess if he's not getting set 11 key, he probably drops off crazy. He'll probably be, I would have to assume, somewhere in between Kid Buu and Gogeta. That's just me. That's a wild guess. I have no reason to say that. I just feel like he's probably in between Kid Buu and Gogeta, somewhere in that range. But it is what it is. He's the final unit on this list, so we'll leave it at that. Crazy, man. These guys, they're just looking at the numbers, like 13.2 million APT. Crazy. So I'll leave it at that. I hope you guys enjoyed. Consider liking and subscribing for more Hitman. Hope you guys enjoy the list. Hitman is out.